Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and have ourselves a drink.
All right, and with that, we are back in Lobby Bar for the week of August the 11th, 2025. Brian and Michaela with you. And Michaela, I got a message from one of the fans of Drink the Movies, Anthony, the other night. He sent me a picture of a bottle of bourbon he just picked up. I'd been talking with some of the patrons, Anthony included, about the importance of having just a regular bourbon on hand. You know, nothing too fancy that you can make cocktails. And he said, "Okay, I bought this non-fancy bourbon, so you have to make me a good bourbon cocktail, and that's important, right? To have something on
Mhm.
hand that you can use that's versatile for cocktails
Yeah,
and things like that."
for sure. For sure. And if you want to be a little fancy, just a little fancy, you should always have like an egg white in this cocktail because it's super
Oh,
easy.
that's true.
Most people have eggs. Most people have an egg. Uh,
Hmm.
but if you can make something with like a lobby bar, we talk about like three ingredients or less usually, right? Like any like a super simple cocktail. And I say, and I will die on this hill, that if you add an egg white, it's gonna make anything that you have be like smooth and silky, and it's
Wow,
gonna raise like the the oh wow level of it. Like people are gonna think it's so much more
make
complicated than it is,
makes
and
it
all it
sound like you're
is an
part of
egg
like
white.
the egg lobby right there, Michaela. I don't put egg white in all of your cocktails, but certainly in things that could have an egg white, you could definitely do that. And I was thinking, right? So we have a bottle now of just some regular old bourbon that is perfect for cocktails. It's perfect for drinking. And I wanted to do something that I thought would be right up the Anthony's alley, but something that we would both really enjoy. It features an ingredient that's awesome in it, and it's a riff on something that we've done a couple of times, something that we love a lot. So remember way back when we first started the podcast, we did Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and we did like I don't know, we had like eight whiskey sours.
We had three. Come on now. It was a flight of three, but I
Oh, it
do
was a flight
remember
of
it
three.
because
It was
that was the
yeah,
very first time we did multiple drinks, I think, for Drink the Movies.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
very exciting. It was our first Oscar season.
That's true.
I
Yeah,
think it was
yeah.
amazing. We were
That was
like we did like the poor man's whiskey sour. We did like the normal person sour, and then we
mhm.
went and like all out and did like this double dry shaken egg white extravaganza sour thing, and it was
Yeah.
so good. And I was like, but it's a lot more work than the second one. So we were like mid grade forever.
That was Leo that drank eight, I guess. Not us. Yeah, we
It
just
was
had
it was
three.
it
We
was
just had
Leo.
three, but we did those for that. And then like 2 years ago, I guess, 2023,
Ooh.
dang, time is getting away from me. We did Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and for that, we did a New York sour, which is a whiskey
Mm.
sour that you float some red wine on top of. It looks lovely. I have to say, it's not my favorite version of the whiskey sour, but today is a version of the whiskey sour that I am extremely excited about. I'd never heard of it until I started looking up whiskey cocktails just for the occasion, but it is called the Continental Sour, and it's constructed in the same way as your regular whiskey sour and your regular New York sour, except instead of the red wine, we're going to be floating a half an ounce of tawny port.
Yes, we are because Tawny Port is delicious. Look, there's only a couple of good things that you can get in Texas as far as alcohol. Okay, there is one Shiner Bock. If you like Bocks, it's a decent Bock. It's very Texasy, right? There's the Texas Wine Trail where you can get like super sweet stiff stuff, and then every now and then. Uh, they will make a tawny port. That whole wine trail is like
Mm-hmm.
that's their dessert wine because they're tired of making rosé that like is so sweet it like makes me vomit. But tawny ports, man, that's amazing, delicious. I'm so excited, so
That,
excited.
that's right. Yeah, this sounded perfect to me. You and I are big fans of having port, and this sounded like a perfect accompaniment here. So let's go ahead and mix one of these up real quick. So just into a shaker tin goes 2 ounces of whatever bourbon floats your boat. There, 1 ounce of lemon juice, and this recipe is calling for a half ounce of rich simple syrup. What that is normal simple syrup is just equal parts sugar to water. A rich simple syrup is going to be more sugar than water. So normally, if you do a cup of sugar and a cup of water, do maybe a cup and a half of sugar or 2 cups of sugar. It's just going to be that much richer. So a half ounce of that, and then one of the egg whites. Go ahead and shake
Mm.
that dry in your shaker tin, and then go ahead and add some ice. You can shake it again, and then strain it into a glass, and then you're going to pour very gently over the back of a spoon, float some tawny port, about half an ounce of that over the top. I like this a lot. New York sour is beautiful looking, right? It has that red
Mm,
kind of
mm,
layer on top of the red wine, but the port is extra nice because it has kind of this reddish amber color, or tawny color, I
mm.
guess, is where the port is getting its name from. But it has a little bit more viscosity, so it kind of striates down through the whiskey sour just a little bit, and it looks very lovely. And I have to say, anything that has port in it is a-okay in my book. So hopefully.
That's right.
Anthony can have one of these and enjoy it. Enjoy that new bottle of bourbon. And any listeners out there, if you have any requests, anything you'd like to learn more about or have us find a cocktail for, let us know. And also let us know if you made it out to the movie theater this week. Michaela and I have plans to go see a couple of things. And the first thing we're going to go see is the number one film in America. That is Weapons, coming in at $42.5 million. And the second thing we have in mind to see is Freakier Friday, the number two film in America, $29 million. Michaela, have you heard much about either of these? Heard Weapons is slamming. I don't know about Freakier
Yeah.
Friday, but what are you looking forward to the most?
That's hard to say. I watched Freaky Friday this weekend in preparation to be I don't know, nostalgic ridden with Freakier Friday. It's interesting because I remember thinking back then that Jamie Lynn Curtis seemed really old. And now she's like actually old. Because she was like my age now when I
Oh, yeah.
watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah. She
Hmm.
looked great. I don't know what I was thinking in 2003, but now I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm super excited about seeing Weapons, though. I've heard not a whole lot about it because I imagine that there's a ton of spoilers that people are keeping under their chests, close to their vests, close to their vests, close to their chest, under their vest. There we go.
Close to your
Um,
vest, under your chest. There you go.
Whatever. But no, I've not heard a lot about it other than it's so good. You got to go see it. Like I've heard that multiple times, but then they don't tell me anything, which is good because I don't want any spoilers. So I'm super excited because I want to see both of them. That's going to be great. Bad Guys 2, it's something that I need to take my kiddo to see because I think I do want to see it in the theaters, but that's
Hmm.
hard. And my kid actually saw Naked Gun and said it was great. So
Yeah.
uh, a 10-year-old liked it, ladies and gentlemen, people of all. I
That's
mean,
right. Well, I
there
mean,
there we go.
that's fair. We loved the Naked Gun when we were 10, so it makes sense that a whole new generation of 10-year-olds would also like Naked Gun. Naked Gun is excellent. Definitely go see it. It definitely, well, it's Naked Gun, right? It doesn't take itself very seriously at all. It does a really good job of paying homage to the original one as well. So, really good stuff there. If you're not going to be making it out to the theater this week, you should because we got a couple of new things coming out. It's actually just one new thing here on my list. That is Nobody 2. Nobody Part 2 is just called Nobody 2. I like that uh, pretty good. In theory, I never saw the first Nobody. I think that was one of the first films that came back kind of post pandemic. It was one of the first things that
Mm,
was out. It was Bob Odenkirk starring in it. It's very much like a John Wick, right? Kind of just this
hmm.
average guy who has this kind of mysterious past come together. But instead of Keanu Reeves, you get Bob Odenkirk, right? Better Call Saul himself, right there. So it has kind of this dark comedy aspect and slant to it. So I'm kind of interested in this. I need to go back and watch the first Nobody, but Nobody 2, that comes out this week. And also, if you're feeling nostalgic, as Michaela just mentioned, 35 years ago, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles blessed the world with its cinematic presence. So that's coming back out to the theaters. And I think it's going to include a little small documentary about kind of the making of that, some
Oh,
deleted
that's cool.
scenes, stuff like that. So pretty excited for that. So Michaela and I have tickets for that coming up. But
Ugh.
nobody two. Nobody. Have you heard of this, Michaela? Do you want to see
Oh,
it?
oh
Should we
yeah.
go see it? Bob
We
Odenkirk's
should
a
we should go
gem.
see it.
So
I mean, he is a gem. Better Call Saul, right? Like, which is, I think you have said it's in your top five series of all time, if not your favorite.
yeah,
Um,
it's
yeah,
right
that's
up
saying
there
a
for
lot.
sure. Hmm.
That's saying a lot. I think Nobody One is like the original Nobody is totally worth your time. I do feel like it was kind of a sleeper hit because it was under the radar, but everybody was talking about it for a while. And you couldn't find it. I saw it at a friend's house because I couldn't get it on any of my social medias at the time on my streaming services. I don't know where it actually showed up. You'd have to do research on that. But I do feel like during the pandemic, there were some movies that came out that just kind of happened upon the world, and this was one of them. And it was so like it's very like it's John Wick-esh, it's Beekeeper-esh, it's very like that sort of theme, but it's
Hmm.
Bob Odenkirk who looks like my uncle or my father. Like he looks like Everyman. It should really be called Everyman because it's like this regular looking guy, and yet he's gonna kick the ever loving crap out of you. It's amazing. I just love it. So can't wait
Yeah.
to see the new one.
Yeah, see, that's the case, right? Because I could never be Keanu Reeves, but I could, talent aside, be Bob Odenkirk, I suppose,
Yeah.
potentially. So you've got that.
Ladies, everybody now be on the lookout because Brian's Nobody 3 or something, and it's gonna be Brian like kicking butt everywhere. I love it.
That's right, absolutely. So we've got that. If you're staying at home tomorrow, starting, definitely looking forward to this. Is Alien Earth? That's going to be on your television channels, FX, Hulu, coming there. I'm not 100% sure. I've not seen too much about it. They've been playing a little trailer for it, like a little teaser trailer, kind of before some of the films we've been out to see. But I don't really know much in terms of where this fits in the timeline and stuff of the Alien. But I'm definitely looking forward to that. So we've got that coming out as well. Last week we talked about Dazed and Confused. All right, all right, all right. We made up a really good cocktail. Michaela rolled pretty good accompaniment for that. So go listen to that podcast. You can hear all about that. And then this week we're going to be going back to our childhoods. This nostalgia afoot in this episode of the Lobby Bar. Tremors from 1990. We're going to be talking about this week on the podcast. So look forward to that. And over on Patreon, it's patreon.com/drink the movies. We still have our bonus episode for F1 up there, but we've got Freaky Friday coming out soon. We're going to be having our hangouts here over the course of the next couple of weeks. So check that out. Again, it's patreon.com/drink the movies. So, Michaela, we need to go buy a bottle of Tawny Port. We need to mix up a Continental Sour and see if there are any other sour kind of whiskey cocktails we could mix up for ourselves. So let's do that, and we'll talk to everyone next week in the Lobby Bar.